House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is someone you definitely want to follow closely if you are interested in the stock market, if you are interested, in buying and selling companies, if you're interested in investing, because as a very, very controversial figure, she is someone that is very active in the markets, constantly buying and selling massive amounts of stocks in companies, buying huge amounts of call options and all different kinds of options, high leverage, high risk plays all over the place. But for one reason or another, she is able to, pretty consistently beat the market, which is something pretty impressive to do. And it has led to a lot of people, following what things she's buying and selling, what moves she's making, and, overall tracking just how well she is doing. A quick Google search I just searched like Nancy Pelosi beats the market shows that, some people call her the queen of stonks. They talk about how she was able to beat the market by 13.3% in 2020, 4.5% in 2021. And I mean, 2020 and 2021 were massive years for the market. So, beating the market by 13.3% in a regular year, pretty crazy. Beating it by 13.3% in 2020 and another 5% in 2021, years where we saw the market go up in ways that it almost never has in history, is crazy. And you got to understand how she's just making money hand over fist in the stock market, how she's playing the game so well. And obviously this leads to the question of, how is she playing the game so well? Is it insider trading? Does she have information that a lot of other people aren't privy to? Is she, directly affecting the markets by passing legislation for companies that, she invests in, or companies that she wants to do well or whatever? That's a whole different story. But for one reason or another, Nancy Pelosi performs, and her husband perform very, very well in the stock market. They make a ton of money, and the things they do are things you should want to take note of. And that's why today I wanted to cover some new buys that Nancy Pelosi has put in that are now public, that are now out there, and they could give us, a better picture of what the stock market might be looking into 2022 and even into 2023. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out the first link in the description below for my Patreon if you want to help support me, my channel, my content, get access to the YouTube portfolio, every trade we ever make in that account, and all the money from the Patreon goes directly into that YouTube portfolio for us to reinvest into the markets, and track this investing journey. But yeah, with that being said, let's get right into this. We have this tweet. Everyone's talking about this now, but how I want to present in this video and how it's easiest for me to present in this video and how it came up, on my radar was this tweet from Real Meat Kevin. Nancy Pelosi bought the dip. Seems bullish on the second half of 2022. Did you buy the dip? And he posts this periodic transaction report from Nancy Pelosi and what she's doing in the markets. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is all December 17th through December 20th that's on the screen. So, this was like last week, 2 weeks ago. But these are big amounts of money being thrown around. So the first one here, obviously, I don't know how well you can read it or not or whatever. And I also have it pulled up on my phone because I know that this picture obviously gets a little cut off at the bottom and doesn't have everything. But first up, she has bought some options. She has purchased 10 call options with a strike price of $2,000. So pretty deep in the money for Google there. And an expiration date of 9/16/2022. So some deep in the money, relatively deep in the money. I think Google's like $2,800 or something right now. So $2,000 strike price call options for 9/16/2022 for Google. And this is costing her between $500,000 and $1 million. I don't know if we have the exact prices. I don't see the exact prices anywhere, but she put between $500,000 and $1 million into Google stock options for 9/16/2022. Now, this is interesting to me because these options only have 9 months on them, so these are not going to get into that long-term capital gains tax range. But it also makes me wonder why 9/16/2022. Why not something longer? How did she decide on this exact strike price or whatever? But it gets me excited. I own Google. I'm a Google shareholder. They're a company I'm very, very excited about. So this isn't really that surprising to me. Google's a great company. They had an amazing year in 2021. I think a lot of people expect them to have a great year in 2022 as well. Now, again, there's a lot of the specifics that I don't necessarily understand about this trade specifically, but a deep in the money call option on a massive tech company, I don't really think you can ever go too wrong with that. Now, again, I don't understand why only 9 months of time, but, that's where we're at. Then she goes for a slightly smaller bet on Micron Technology. This is MU. I know this is a company that I've just recently really started diving into and really started researching more. I think this will be a company. Right now, I do not own any shares of MU, but I suspect I probably will sometime in the near future once I get a little bit more comfortable, with this company overall. I'm just, getting myself familiar right now. But Nancy Pelosi is making a big bet here. 100 call options with a strike price of 50. And again, that's very, very deep in the money. I think Micron trades at $94, right around there, at the time that I'm recording this video, with, again, an expiration date of 9/16/2022. Now, again, she's spending a little bit less money here. This is between 250 and 500,000. But still a very, very big bet. That's a 6-figure bet in call options, 9-month out, maybe 10-month out call options. And again, Micron's another company that is kind of beat down. The people wouldn't be, too shocked if if they have a big year in 2022. Now, this one's a little bit different than Google because Google is near all-time highs and, Micron is absolutely not. So Google, she's not exactly buying the dip, but on MU, she is just doing that. And then next up, we get into Roblox. Very, very interesting to me. She has here an additional investment in LLC, so that's not really that relevant to me. But she does have Roblox, 100 call options with a strike price of 100, with an expiration date of 1/20/2023. Now, I don't know I want to say Roblox trades at like 180 right now, somewhere around that range. I'm trying to pull it up. No, Roblox actually trades at $100 even right now. So Roblox at $100.92. So this is an at-the-money call option from Nancy Pelosi here. This one is a little bit more interesting to me, way more risky than some of the other ones. So she's expecting, some very, very big growth for Roblox because, for this to be profitable, especially on a very long-term option like this, her break even is going to be probably pretty high up there. Again, this was her spending between $250,000 and $500,000. And this one makes a little bit more sense to me. This is from 1/20/2023. So this is, in that long-term capital gains tax range. Also, a very, very high growth and popular stock and company right now in Roblox. They are such a popular game. They're making money hand over fist, in terms of revenue and everything. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see, how their 2023 is. I'm honestly not as familiar with Roblox as stock. Obviously, I know a lot about the company, the game. I'm very big in the gaming world. I understand all that. But yeah, this one is down a decent amount from all-time highs. The all-time highs is around $135. So kind of buying the dip on this one, but very different. So far, these 3 plays are all very, very different. It's so interesting to me. But man, she is really, really loading up on late 2022, 2023 options. So I don't know if that means she thinks that 2022 is going to be a massive year, or if, she definitely thinks 2022 is going to be a massive year, but does that mean she thinks things are going to slow down into 2023, that things are going to start dropping off or falling off into 2023? I don't know for sure, but it looks like, she's really, really cashing in on this big 2022 run she's expecting. And then another very, very interesting one is Salesforce, CRM. This is another company that I'm not currently invested in, but it's on my radar, and it's even on my radar way more now that I know that Nancy Pelosi's loading up big on it. Just part of the DD, obviously. But Salesforce, 100 call options with a strike price of 210 with an expiration date of 1/10/23. I am not as familiar with CRM either, exactly what it trades at right now. I don't think I checked this one out today. So it trades at $255.43. So again, 210, that is a in the money, longer term call option with over a year to go on that one. So that'll be interesting. That one is between $500,000 and $1 million. And then cut off at the bottom, she actually has more Salesforce options as well. This a little bit smaller position between $100,000 and $250,000. And then, not on this page in this tweet, but something that I saw from the Hungry Bull, which is like Graham Stephan and Jeremy Financial Education's app, is that she is purchasing 50 contracts of $130 strike price for 9/16/2022 of Disney as well. And again, I'm a Disney shareholder, so I'm very, very interested and excited about that. And I definitely agree with her there that I think 2022 could be a massive year for Disney in a lot of ways, not only as a reopening play, but as, a streaming play as well, and just as a massive, massive brand that has so many valuable IPs on it that's going to, just continue to make a ton of money as we go into the future. So this is, millions of dollars that Nancy Pelosi is spending on all of these stocks and options and all these crazy plays. And again, she has done very, very well performing against the market in the past, and obviously past results don't predict future results, or whatever saying you want to say. But Nancy Pelosi in her position obviously may have a little bit of a leg up on the competition, so to speak. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Are you excited about any of these Nancy Pelosi picks? Are any of them, piquing your interest? Are you going to be buying into any of these? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to today and all my latest content. Consider checking out my Patreon. First link in the description below. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.